Hey guys, I'm Chill Out with Sub-07 and welcome back to Let's Play Super Monkey Ball 2. Last time we explored the world of Monkey Boat and discovered why I really don't like that mode. That being said, it's time for story mode once again. This is World 8 Clock Tower Factory. This is where things really start to heat up because this is when you get into pretty close to the end of expert mode actually. This is stages 30 through 40 for experts, so keep that in mind. These stages can get pretty taxing on you. Let's start off with pistons. Once again, great track. Best thing to do here is just try to get in between and weave through the pistons. Now, interestingly enough, if you get fired up through these things, there's no death plane in the sky, so you can just kind of fall all the way back down and catch yourself. I have done it. It's pretty funny when it works. But they actually added a death plane above you in Banana Mania, so you can't do that tactic anymore, which is kind of lame. That's the first stage down. Next up is Soft Cream. The speedrun method for this one is actually kind of crazy because you see there's a bunch of buttons. You're supposed to get this thing rotating. If you're crafty about it, you can just hop over it and ignore the buttons altogether. I'm a really bad example of that, though. So for now, we're just going to try and do this the legit way and roll with it. This is way harder in Banana Mania, though. Because of the physics and how it feels in Unity, you can fall off so much faster on slanted surfaces, but not so much here. So this is a lot easier. Just stay in the middle and do your best to keep from going too far to one side. Give yourself a nice bunch for your troubles. And do a nice shimmy. Momentum. Oh, boy. This one is really scary your first time you do it. You physically cannot do this stage on just one bar. You have to do it with two. What do? Transfer! And then fail. But no, what you're trying to do is carry your momentum as the bar is switching places. Like that. Just like that. Let's grab that bunch for good luck. Now the speedrun strat for that is a pause buffer trick to just fly over it, but it's pretty difficult. It's all about just knowing when to transfer and when to move before the pendulum hits. Not the worst thing in the world, but they're very scary. Entangled Path. This one's got two goals for it. The green goal is over on the left, and the blue goal is off to the right. This path will slowly wrap around and then unwrap into a straight line for the blue goal. The green goal is actually kind of easy to get in some regard because you can just bounce across the entangled path to get to it. But we're going to do this the normal way because it's also less terrifying that way. Your best way to tell when it's time to go is to watch for these tracks to see when they're about to line up with the line of bananas. Because they will not stay there forever, and you need to go soon in order to guarantee that you're safe. Just like this. Okay, let's go. Don't have much time here, so gun it. But make sure to hold back at the end, because the party ball can screw you. Nice. Alright, Totters. This is kind of a gimme stage. And I say that knowing full well that I could very easily jinx this by saying that. These three are technically seesaws that are spinning around. Your objective is just to, well, get across them. It's not that big of an issue, though. This is one of the easiest stages in the world. It's only really dangerous if you try and go for all three of the bananas. Vortex, on the other hand, this one is pretty scary. Once again, as you might imagine, the speedrun method is bouncing off of it at a specific time, but we're just gonna let this thing do its thing. I'm gonna hit reverse. It's always on a set pattern, so wait for it. And it will start coming back the opposite way. Roll with it. Roll against the side that's spinning. I give it a fair amount of leverage, and pop off. Nice and easy. Nice work, Aye. Alright, 4 more to go. Warp! Looks scary, not that big of a deal, honestly. If you remember stage 15 from Monkey Ball 1 Advanced Mode, this is what that stage feels like. Just making sure you don't roll too far to the edge and screw yourself. Can grab a load of bananas if you're precise with your timing. Over here, though, make sure you do not roll too far, otherwise you are just screwed from the get-go. And the green goal is actually right over here. So long as you just line yourself up and avoid the bumpers, this is one of the easier green goals to get. Case in point. Nice work. You just barely got the ×2 bonus, too. Yeah, World 8 here, I don't consider the hardest thing in the world. It's a very interesting world, and I love the aesthetic of kind of the frantic factory motif. But, I don't know. I think some stages are scary, but they are not that hard once you figure out the gimmick. Trampoline's here, though. This stage is a joke. Like, I don't know why this is here. It's like, just bounce. And then kill yourself because you're a fucking idiot. That was my bad. I don't know why I did that. But like, no, genuinely, this is probably the easiest stage in the world without question. Because all you're doing is just letting the stage do half the work for you. Easy as pie. I knew I shouldn't have said anything, but I did, so I died for it, but that's fine. Swing shaft. This is kind of a seesaw, kind of not. This thing will constantly be tilting left and right. And it will tilt far enough that if you're on the side that is being tilted, you're in trouble. So try to not do that. Or just do something stupid like that, jeez. I don't know what is going on with me today. Maybe it's because of the bad juju of playing Monkey Boat, I don't know. But yeah, always stay on the side that is raised up. And when you get the chance, make the transition over. If you're fast, you can do this in one segment, but I recommend just making the transition to be safe. Nice. And last stage, linear seesaws. And I believe as of this stage, this will be the last of the extra stages that we see in story mode. So keep that in mind. Easy enough. Alright, let's advance that plot. So what do we do after taking care of those robots? Well, simple. We thrash the factory, and we blow it up. So much for these robot eyes being a problem. Those insolent monkeys destroyed all my robot thieves. What a shame. This hideout is of no use to me anymore. I have to leave. My escape rocket is ready for liftoff. Rocket, bye now, aye. And thus he just runs. Also, yeah, do you remember the backdrop for Monkey Bowling? Because that's what this is. Hey, there's my assistant. Or there's Bad Boon's assistant. Dr. Bad Boon, go run and hide. I'll find you no matter what. Floating space colony what? Let us cooperate. Yeah, woo. Magical spell is poo. That was the worst rhyme you've come up with yet, aye. Colony. That was shit. But yeah, we're in space. So yeah, that's the introduction to World 9. There's like no explanation, just, oh yeah, we're in space, by the way. He has a space station. Yeah, this is the last segment of Expert Mode, technically speaking. This is the final 10 stages for that. Kinda wild. But that does it for us. Let's get out of here. I think Clock Tower Factory is a cool backdrop, though. It's one of my favorites. Though I can't really say I necessarily dislike any of the backdrops. Well, that will do it for us for now, though. Which means next time, let's play Super Monkey Ball 2. Back to party games. And against my better judgment, we're giving monkeys a gun for Monkey Shot. If you ever played on-rail shooters or House of the Dead, you will have a great time with this mode. Till next time, though, ice out.